What's going on, guys? It's your boy Panda here, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, yeah, we got Xdefiant stuff for you, but it's not anything news or update worthy, which is sad to know, but it is something that could bring some optimism back to the Xdefiant fan base to hopefully keep some hope there for when the game eventually does launch, which I actually do think it'll be sooner rather than later, just because of the way Mark Rubin has been talking on Twitter. We talked about that in a follow-up video when we were titled it, like, I'm so confused about the Xdefiant delay, blah, 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 but yeah, so Mark Rubin has basically kind of said, like, hey, the game's ready to release, there's some little things we gotta fix, but we gotta find the right time frame, and I believe that right time frame is coming from higher-ups at Ubisoft, where it's like, hey, let Modern Warfare 3 get its hype up, let it get it going, let it get into that COD cycle, and when we see that downtime moment, we're gonna pounce, we're gonna launch Xdefiant, but that's one thing I want to bring over here is with Modern Warfare 3 coming in a launch soon, and all the hype surrounded behind it, this is how Xdefiant probably could pluck some players away from Modern Warfare 3, and it's not what you think it is. There's one core thing that is going to separate the games apart. Real quick, before we go any further here, if you guys want to stay up to date with everything Xdefiant, Modern Warfare 3, or first-person shooter, whether it's gameplay, leaks, news, anything, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It means the world to me. We upload almost every single day here, and we try to keep as engaging as we can on the channel. So, enjoy the video, boys. So now we know Xdefiant had its great advanced movement. It had its amazing gameplay when it came to weapons. It had nostalgic weapons, very creative maps. It's free to play. It has all these aspects that make a very good live service shooter. But there's one thing that separates Xdefiant away that I think, as of now at least, when it comes to Call of Duty, will pluck some players away, especially from my own experience. And this is tailored a lot towards the solo player experience, because that seems to be where it's the worst. Skill-based matchmaking. And over the last 2 weekends now, we've played on PS5 and PC, as I stated, and playing solo in those games, the skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty has been horrendous. And I'm one person that, if you look at any previous video about skill-based, I'll tell you, hey, I completely understand why it's in the game. It's to balance teams to make sure people don't get just ran on the entire time. But when you play in a party in Call of Duty right now, the skill base is essentially broken. There's no skill base whatsoever, and it's more of like a good time, fun thing to do with the occasional 1 or 2 games that might be very sweaty. Now, if you're a solo player, you enjoy playing the game alone, I do a lot of solo gameplays here on the channel. I love hopping in, grinding out a video real quick, getting a gameplay for it. But if you're a solo player who's trying to do this by himself, the skill-based matchmaking is relentless. It will come after you from 0 to 100 really fast. I can give you a perfect example of yesterday, beginning of the stream, I was playing solos by myself while just talking to chat. First game on, really fun, very fast-paced, just kind of crazy Call of Duty game. The next game was COD Champs, but if you transition to later in the evening, I played with a group of 4 people with just a skill level between everyone was kind of similar, one really bad, maybe one good, me, and then someone else, right? We're breaking this down into 4 players. The skill-based matchmaking was essentially horrible. I mean, it was, the players we were playing against were complete bots. I mean, I was dropping 80 to 90 kills per Rust match, and I was like, hey, this is ridiculous. And I was the party leader. It wasn't even like I joined someone else to try to reverse boost into that skill-based matchmaking. Now, I can't complain. I had a ton of fun running around pub stomping on Call of Duty. That was the most fun I've had in COD in a very long time. Now, a game like Xdefiant, you don't even have to worry about that. You can just hop in, play a game that has no SBMM, and as a solo content creator, that's pretty exciting. Now, whether you're a content creator or you're just looking to play games by yourself and you solo play games and don't party up with friends, I think there's going to be an ability there for you to cross-pollinate both games when it comes to playing Modern Warfare 3 and then going over and playing Xdefiant when your lobbies get too crazy. I've noticed it that if I try to play solo, it's bad in Modern Warfare 3. It's really bad right now, and I get it's a beta, so it should be pretty sweaty, but even if full release feels like this, it's going to be pretty annoying for a lot of people who want to play a game solo and just by themselves. Now, there is a little bit of a downside to having no SBMM in the game, and that could be for players that aren't very good at the game. You can drive away a community that doesn't want to get pooped on every game. There's a reason Call of Duty does what they do with skill-based matchmaking, because it keeps the players that are not the best at the game inclined to keep playing the game, where if you have a system that's just SBMM lists and there's nothing there to protect those new players, you will scare away new players or bad players that want to play your game but don't want to get crapped on every single game. So before we said, too, that the launch could potentially happen in February or March, it would make more sense then when the COD cycle's in that weird cycle of being boring, but I still see an opportunity for Xdefiant to break into Call of Duty if during, let's say, the late months of November or the early part of December, maybe middle of December, whatever, even let's go to January, just to say, Call of Duty's in a spot where people are like, oh my gosh, the skill-based matchmaking is so broken, I wish I had something to play. Xdefiant has to jump on that window if it happens. And that's a big if, because Call of Duty is very good at keeping their community engaged with new seasons and stuff like that. As annoying as it is as a company, they're very good at that. But if that window opens up and you swing and miss for a second time, Xdefiant's going to have a very slippery slope to get back into this, in my opinion. But who am I to judge? I'm not a video game creator. I don't know the best time to launch. But hey, that's my thoughts and opinions on it. Put down in the comment section below how you guys feel. Are you still excited for Xdefiant? What are your thoughts on skill-based matchmaking? I know a lot of people just despise it overall, especially good players. It feels like it hurts them more than it benefits them, but you got to understand both sides of it, why they keep it in the game. It is a business for them. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications so you guys never miss an upload. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Deuces, boys.